Hey everyone, how you living? Hope you're alive and living color. Hope God is good to you. He's been good to me because you are watching EML77 TV. Episode 352. And I want to address something. I should have done this earlier in the week, but I figured I would address it. When it comes to, it's sort of like a continuation of the last two episodes about Patriot haters and how, in the Antonio Brown situation and whatnot. And it all ties in with the New England Patriots, obviously. Well, actually, all teams in NFL, and baseball, basketball, hockey in general, when it comes to trash talk in sports, especially now with the age of the internet, we have to be really, really careful on what we say and post on any form of social media. Because if you post something and, saying, go team, break this player's leg, something like that, that could be grounds for a report. Let me explain. A friend of mine on my Facebook, Peter Lucas, gentleman lives in Colorado, good guy, all around good guy. He is a Red Sox fan, but he hates the Patriots. But he lives in Colorado, so he's a Broncos fan. I'm cool with that. But how much hate he had for the Patriots when he wanted the Steelers to break Tom Brady's leg? Now, normally I wouldn't report a comment like that because they're telling he's rooting for a team to hurt Tom Brady. But at the same time, it's not acceptable to do so. It's not kind of a classy way to disrespect your opponents, Listen, I can understand you hate the Patriots and they winning, and then all of a sudden, you consider them cheaters in your eyes and all, but you cannot root for the team to break a player's or injure a player. The reason why I'm saying this, and the reason why I am, I'm not totally angry about it, but I feel like going, okay, I don't think you should be doing that, to be honest with you. To be honest, I don't think we should be talking about teams and players like that. I've always wanted to root for teams that hope you guys do well, capitalize on the mistakes of your opponents, and just, unless you're watching boxing or wrestling, especially wrestling and MMA, don't tell anybody to break anybody's bodies. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I know injuries can be part of the game, but if you're rooting for a team to injure somebody, that's not the classy way to go about the little sport. I like the trash talk, but it's more like your team sucks, they're losing, they don't do this well, they don't do that well. They got to keep their egos in check and everything else. They got to stay healthy in order for them to be successful, and I always, that's the main thing. So, as I was, I said, hey, listen, you can hate the Patriots, that's fine, but don't talk about, getting opponents' broken bodies and all. I think, to me, that's unacceptable. So one of Peter's friends, female friends, defended him, which is okay. But she says again, listen, she goes like, oh, you can put, that's fine, but the fact of the matter is, because nowadays with the internet, because we have to be careful what we say or do, because if we say something and it gets taken out of context by someone else, they'll report it, and that person who posted it will be in trouble. So I'm trying to help save Peter from basically getting in trouble with the law and with Facebook. Because I remember a few months ago, I was suspended from Twitter for 12 hours. I told someone to punch themselves in the face after they disrespected Trisha Paytas, the YouTuber who has a Twitter account of her own. So I let my emotions get the best of me, and I said, okay, I cannot say this. I understand. So I deleted that post. So you got to be, like I said, it taught me a lesson. Watch out what you say. So I explained to Peter's female friend, say, hey, listen, this is, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm trying to explain to him, you can't do that, It's like, we could talk trash, but you just can't wish other injuries on other people. I mean, that's, to me, that's classless. No matter how much you hate the team, that's kind of a classless part on his end. It's like, you don't do that. I understand he hates the Patriots. I understand he's a Broncos fan. That's fine. But I don't wish an injury on the Broncos. I don't wish an injury on anybody who the Patriots face. Right now, the Patriots have an opportunity to win in Miami, which they have not done in 5 years or even longer than that. They had a tough time in Miami. They usually play them in Miami towards the end of the season, but this is the beginning. It's the second game of the season, so regular season. So the Patriots have an opportunity after the Dolphins got mollywopped by the Baltimore Ravens 59-10. So the Patriots probably going to see that game and say, okay, this is what we got to do. Well, right now they're having a problem with Antonio Brown because he's been accused of raping. The trainer that accused him is trying to sue him. But, but the timing that everything came out, this was back in 2017, so he was with Steelers at the time. So why didn't it come out now? Why did it come out now instead of back then? It's like people, it's like, the whole thing sounds fishy to me, so I want to see how that plays out. But he is at practice with the New England Patriots. It looks like Antonio Brown is going to try to focus on helping the team win, and I respect that. So I'm hoping that Antonio Brown can get his stuff together and get going. So anyways, going back to the trash talk situation, and it's like, you hate the Patriots, that's fine. You want the Patriots to lose, you hope that the Patriots make mistakes that'll cost them, that's fine. But wishing injuries upon them or any other team, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And Peter Lucas, I'm sorry, my man, but I'm trying to be honest here. I'm trying to be a rational person about this. So Peter's friend, she went back and forth with me and says, listen, I'm trying to explain that it's not right. And she says she hopes that Brady's leg gets broken. I mean, she's a Broncos fan too. That's fine too. But, since you're not listening to the reason, I had to block her. It's like, you're not listening to the reason. I can't take this, He said, if you don't like it, you might as well just leave. I said, well, I'm just trying to be classy. I'm trying to keep it classy about this, I'm a little upset that he posted it on Facebook, but at the same time, I got to be rational about this, because we got to be careful, because in recent news, an individual by the name of Tobias Gray posted on Facebook after the Patriots got Antonio Brown that he's threatening to get a gun if he can find one and start shooting up Gillette Stadium and Patriots fans. White boy style, he calls it. And I'm going, why would you post something like that? I mean, do you have a brain in the world? I mean, some of these people don't have brains in the world. It's like, you post something. He deleted the post when he realized what he just said, because someone just reported the post and he was in handcuffs and in jail. And then there was another one, throwaway 4702 and all the rest of the numbers, probably a troll account saying, my mental health can't take it. He says, why do the bad people always win? The Patriots are cheaters and cheatrettes and all that. And here we go with the cheater talk again. And in my personal opinion, I was rolling my eyes with the cheater talk. Oh, here we go again with that. He goes, and he hopes to find Bill Belichick or Belichick, he's like call him, and punch him in the face. You don't do that. You do not threaten bodily harm on other people via post or a word of mouth. I've learned in the Bible that, the Bible says, be ye angry and do not sin. Don't let the sun go down your wrath. You can be angry, but don't say anything or do anything that would be sinful. Threatening another person's life or threatening bodily harm to them is not acceptable. That's sinning. And I'll be honest with you. There's so many times when I tell people, I'm going to punch you in the face, or you're going to get smacked upside the head, and I don't want it. Sometimes, nowadays I'm like, Lord, please give this person a brain, because they don't know anything. Most of these internet trolls don't know anything about my life, and they get on my case about it. Also, there was another part of the Bible. I think it was in Proverbs. It says, "Death and life are the power of the tongue." So this mouth speaks. Sometimes things will come to fruition, and Sorry about that. And what we got to be careful what we say or do.
And what we post on any social media feed, it could come back to haunt us, or it could come back to hurt us, or against us. So we have to be very careful nowadays, especially with sports trash talk, of what we say. The internet sometimes can be a great thing, but sometimes it can be a very ugly thing. It all depends on how we use it, And when it comes to sports trash talk, let's keep it like, keep it simple. Like, your team's going to lose, the team's going to make mistakes, they're going to lose. That's it. Don't say your team cheats. Don't say, I hope your favorite star player's ankle gets broken or something like that. No. That's not right. Tobias Gray, it's gotten himself in trouble for that, and it's, people, we need to stay class. We need to have like a classy trash talk type of thing. Say, hey, your team's good, but you know what? They're going to have to lose. They're going to lose. Your team is good, but they're going to have to lose. I'm trying to respect all the teams in NFL. I don't hate any like rival teams. AFC East teams. We had the suckiest division ever because we've been dominating the division. I said, I always tell them, your team's got to get together and find a way to stop them. I always tell people, the reason why your team stinks because the fact is that a lot of egos on one team, and everything else, and it's like, people say there's a lot of egos on your team too. How did Bill Belichick don't put up with that? He does not put up with that. He knows what he wants. The players know what he wants. Tom Brady knows what he wants. And Antonio Brown, if it's good, if he knows what's good for him, he knows what Tom Brady and Bill Belichick both wants. And that's why I think Antonio Brown says he's willing to do whatever it takes to get himself a championship, even if he has to follow the Patriot way. And I respect Antonio Brown for wanting to come to New England and try to get himself a championship. And he'll know he'll get paid somewhere else. But everybody hates the Patriots, and everybody and anybody's trying to do whatever it takes to derail the Patriots, because this situation is almost sort of like the Randy Moss situation in 2007, and that affected the Patriots in the end as they lost the Super Bowl. But Antonio Brown better get his head in the game, better do whatever it takes to win. Better be willing to work as a team, communicate with Tom Brady, and everything else. So, all in all, guys, listen, am I upset the Red Sox are not making the playoffs this year? Yeah, I am. But you know what? No, there's a lot of problems in the Red Sox organization. They need to straighten out. I think the offseason will give them that opportunity to do so. Kudos, much respect to the Yankees, even though I hate them, but I respect them because they play their hearts out. But, I got a feeling their pitching staff ain't going to help them go far. I believe Houston's got that pitching staff once again. Verlander recently pitched a no-hitter and was on top of his game. So I always give credit and respect to the other teams. Even if our teams get knocked out of the playoffs or lose in the game, like I gave the St. Louis Blues some respect because the Bruins, played hurt. They made mistakes that cost them in the end. And with the Blues, one thing classy about the Blues is they have a big Blues fan. It's a little girl, I think 11-year-old girl, who was battling some life-threatening disease, and one of her dreams was to see the St. Louis Blues win the Stanley Cup. So when they invited her down, and with the help of the Bruins organization and office, which I think is very classy of the Bruins organization to help them do this, to get this young lady some special seats to watch the Blues win the Stanley Cup. And got to give it up to Blues, respect them for that, and they're pretty much good people. So St. Louis Blues finally got one over on the Bruins, and now it's a new season's about to begin. And the Bruins are going to regroup, and they're going to do their thing, and hopefully walk away with another championship. That's the most important thing ever. But all in all, bottom line is, guys, when it comes to sports trash talk, try to be respectful. Try to be classy about it. Even if your team loses, say, hey, we'll bounce back from this. We made mistakes. Cost them. Sometimes, if we have to get on, but sometimes we get upset if our team loses, but we're not going to. But still, don't hate on the other team. Don't threaten bodily harm or injuries to other teams, and just be classy about it. and be respectful. And that's all I gotta say. And be careful what you post too, because you never know who will be on and either listening or watching, and that's the big thing too. So just be careful what you post on there, especially for sports trash talk. Try to be classy about it. All right. Not threaten bodily harm to athletes or teammates or even team coaches or anything like that. Don't, or even death threats. That we have to be very, very careful. So we don't want to end up in cuffs and in jail. And lives are very important, and we're gonna watch what we say. So, and especially when we do comments on YouTube, false accusations and crap like that. That don't fly straight with me either. But you know what? Like I say, I give the 49ers respect. Jimmy Garoppolo on this team and on the 49ers. I think he's going to do well with them. I'm hoping that he does. What the stuff that he's learned from Brady and Belichick, and I hope he takes that and applies it to the 49ers and helps them out. Helps them out because the 49ers were a good team, 5-time Super Bowl champs. Cowboys, 5-time Super Bowl champs. Got to give them credit too, respect. The Dolphins had the only unbeaten season in 1972, so I got to give that to them. I know they had Dan Marino, one of the best quarterbacks, without winning the Super Bowl. I kind of feel bad for him for that because he deserved one. I was happy for the Broncos when John Elway finally won himself a Super Bowl. I thought he'd be another another great quarterback without winning the ring, and they got he's got 2 of them. So they beat the Packers and Falcons to do that. So I'm very, very, I was respectful of being classy towards them and everything else, and good job, Broncos. So. I was very happy for Peyton Manning when they beat the Bears for their first for the Colts Super Bowl over the Bears. I was very happy for him, and I was very happy for the Saints after all they've been through with Hurricane Katrina when they beat the Colts to win the Super Bowl as well. So it's great to see other teams succeed besides us as well, and got to be gracious on that. I like to see the Cleveland Browns try to go all the way this year. Even though I love my Patriots, but it's great to see. I want to see the Cleveland Browns just make a run for it. If they end up beating the Patriots or something happens, I'll be classy and say, hey, good job, Cleveland, and hopefully bring a championship back to Cleveland. Try to make the city proud and everything else. I know The Miz and Johnny Gargano are Cleveland Brown fans. I think Vic Joseph is too. So it'll be great to see other teams get a chance. If my Patriots don't make it, I like to see other teams who have not won a Super Bowl or have not been in it try and get their opportunity. So, but like I said, I'm going to root for my Patriots to go all the way. Hopefully they make the Super Bowl. That's it. So, all in all, stay classy, sports fans. Let's be classy. Let's be classy when it comes to trash talk. Be respectful to to other teams out there. We can joke around, have fun, but don't threaten bodily harm to athletes and opponents. It may come back to haunt you and bite you, and we don't want that. Or even hurt your social standing and everything else. We don't want that to happen. So, I've always wanted, give a little PSA, but at the same time, give you my opinion on it and everything else. So, like I said, be careful what you say. And be careful what you post here on social media. That's another thing. All right, before we conclude this video, Aladdin, the live-action DVD movie, is out right now. Pick it up, at your local stores. Walmart and Target have them. This regular DVD is worth $20, and if you have a Blu-ray player or a special DVD player that's by special DVDs, it'll cost more. But I bought one yesterday, but I decided to let my family have it and consider it a birthday present for my sisters. So I decided to buy one for myself again. So that way they have one. That way, if they want to buy, I don't want to go running up and down the stairs every single time, even though it would be a great exercise for me. But I figured, what sense? And they can have one, and I can have one. It's no big deal. So, Will Smith, starring in that as the genie, of course. Naomi Scott, who played the Pink Ranger in the Power Rangers movie back in 2017, is on here as Princess Jasmine, and Mina Masood is the title character, Aladdin. Heck of a movie. Check this out, and it'll be a great movie. So, That's all the time we have on the show. God's blessings, light, love, and life to all of you. Catch you on the flip side. Pay attention. You might learn something. And remember, we cannot change the past, but we can change our present situations to work for a better future. I'll see you in the next episode, 353. All right? See you. Peace, and have a good day.